Hey everyone, another great day in the Metaverse world. Today I'm going to take you guys on a little world hopping tour. We're in Meta Horizons, which all I can say is if you haven't, I would say if you're a world builder and you've been, kind of like hesitating to look at the Meta Horizon worlds, well, you might want to look at it again because one, they're offering money in competitions for you to develop scripts, create 3D assets, and to use their editor to win prizes, cash prizes, right? Not sure what my avatar's doing there, but it's moving around the way it's been programmed, right? But anyways, I may start here in this space. I just got this built today. It's not done yet because I still have to furnish the cabin home here, right? As you can see in here, there's rooms in here. They're all empty. Um, and my whole intent is to create a retreat space where people can come in, a safe environment, get to meet other people all around the world. But the cool thing about what we're going to do here is it's going to be for everybody, right? And what I mean by for everyone is that it's going to be on all devices, right? Now, I just got done testing. I'll show you in a second here. I just got done testing the I guess they're kind of like the Star Wars bikes or whatever, hover bikes, and I did that in VR, and all I can say is, wow. I mean, I'm not a big VR headset person, but all I can say is the response and the lag was just like there was like no lag in it, and I wasn't even hooked into my PC, which was blowing my mind. It's like, did Meta actually put some sort of AI software in there just to kind of know what your moves are going to be so that way there's no lag in there? I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but all I can say is, the money that they invested into the metaverse, I think it's going to have a payoff over the next 10 to 15 years. Look, I mean, even my internet, it says that, hey, your internet might be affecting the play, but it really doesn't, so anyways, enough said with that. Um, I just wanted to jump on here and give you guys an update of what we're actually doing inside the Meta Horizons, right? I mean, I've spent maybe about a month and a half now, maybe 2 months, just like clicking all the buttons. And I gotta say, their TypeScript coding is really easy to use. Like, if you're not a coder, you'll be able to figure this out because there's a whole bunch of people I got already have tutorials out there on how to TypeScript in here, and I'm not a scripter at all. I mean, that's the last place you're gonna find me is trying to script, right? But what I can say is I understand how to prompt. So therefore, if you know how to prompt with the AI will actually do the scripting for you. So let's go ahead and go on a little world tour here. Let me go ahead and just get my avatar hooked up here. Now these worlds here, this is all created by AI, and I imported this cabin asset from Sketchfab. But the cool thing is that, folks, I'm telling you, this will speed the time up on developing. If you're just a single entrepreneur or if you're a agency, all I'm gonna say is this is gonna 10x your business. For me, the biggest thing for me, why I didn't jump into the Meta Horizon right away is that it really didn't have any engine there, didn't have any studio, didn't have anything, worth my time to go in there because I realize when clients are asking for what they're asking for, you got to be able to deliver. It can't be like, well, I got to wait till they make that, and once they make it, and then I can do it, right? Well, all I'm going to say is now it's a game changer. Right now, I'm in game mode. I could go in edit mode just to kind of show you behind the scenes, but I may save that for another video. I just want to take you all on a little tour here and show you what the desktop version has, right? So like I was saying, those little I guess those bikes that you now, disclaimer here, this is not Star Wars here, so Star Wars, don't try to hold my feet to the fire on saying that I'm trying to create Star Wars worlds. No, I'm not. Someone created something that looks similar to it, and maybe there is a Star Wars experience that someone's building that they have the licensing for, but I'm just throwing this little hover bike into my experience, and it's just part of the experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the E button so you can see what it does, and all I'm doing is moving my mouse. And then what I may do is I'm just gonna left click on the mouse, and it basically takes off flying. All I can say is I'm super amazed with how far they've come and how realistic this feels. I mean, even on desktop, I really do feel immersed. VR headset, all I can say is get ready, because if you're not ready to fly one of these e-bikes, you might have another thing coming. But anyways, not to scare you all about that, let me go ahead and just go back down to the landing site. Let me jump off. There we go. Oh, did I go through? Oh, come on. I went through. I fell through the island. So here, let me show you how to fix that. So let me go ahead and hit tab. And I'm just going to reload back into the scene here. Launch and open session. There you go. So I may launch back in. Yeah, so it's not perfect, but what I can say is for what a first-time user can do in here, it is mind-blowing, right? So let me kind of show off the AI NPCs that they have in the world. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It might not be hooked up. Let me see if I hit E. Yeah, it's like the chat's not... I'm not connected to the chat server for the AI to interact with me. But if I go into edit mode, it will interact because the script is running live in the edit mode. So I'm not sure if I need to have a certain license for this, or there's like another thing that I got to turn on or engage in order for the bots to engage with me. But bottom line, Meta's going to have these AI NPCs in the world that you can program. So whether you want it for sales or support or just an NPC to interact inside the scene to do like role playing, they got that. And I got to tell you this, there's a bunch of other companies that do this, but the way they've made it, they made it in a way where you can actually edit these AI NPCs outside of the actual application, right? So when you're in the editor, when you click on it to say, hey, customize my NPC, it actually takes you out of the world and it goes in a whole nother application, which it makes sense because I know they're going to be using that for their smart glasses and stuff like that, and all the other devices that they got. But you're seeing it for the first time. I mean, I went in there and I designed my own avatar in there, or the NPC, the way I wanted it, and it came out the way I want it. Right? So let me go ahead and show you guys around. Gotta jump into this waterfall to get to the main hub. So I built this main hub where it's basically all the worlds that I want people to go see in my space. And you'll see it when we get there. All right, so as you can see, I'm starting to get really hooked on these bikes, right? These sky bikes. I don't know what you want to call them. Let me go ahead and interact with it. Let's see. Oh, are you kidding me? These ones are for the VR headset, so I don't know if I can run these from the desktop. Anyways, boy, I got a lot of... Took the gravity off in here. But this is the portal world. So we got a place to do events. I just realized, okay, let me... Okay, so this is the EDM experience. basically where we're going to do live concerts and stuff, right? And this one is, I just, you know, I'm all about Bible stories and stuff. This is Moses splitting the Red Sea. Definitely got to check that out. I don't know. You guys want to go over there? You guys want to check that out? Let's hit E and then hit go. There we go. And here we are. So, what I did in here is I made this experience to where it actually has a narrator, right? Of actually not not specifically reading Bible verses right to the T, but it's actually it's reading the gist of it, right? Or it's giving you the gist of it. So all you gotta do is get a little closer to it,
I am the Lord,
just like
the
that.
God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When my servant Moses tended sheep in the wilderness, I drew him to the mountain that is mine. There I appeared to him in a flame of fire from within a bush, yet the bush was not consumed. As he turned aside to see this wonder, I called to him from the midst of the fire, Moses, Moses. And he answered, Here I am. I said to him, Do not come near. Take off your sandals, for the
Take your
place where you
sandals off.
stand is holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. I revealed to him my heart. I have surely seen the oppression of my people in Egypt, and I have heard their cry. I know their sorrows. I have come down to deliver them, and to bring them into a good and spacious land flowing with milk and honey. Then I gave him my command. Come now, I will send you to Pharaoh, that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. Though Moses feared and felt unworthy, I answered him, I will be with you. Tell them, I am has sent me to you. This is my name forever. Thus I called Moses from the fire, and from that moment he became my chosen deliverer.
All right. So, as you could hear that narration, what we've done is we've actually created literally the whole story of Exodus. Well, not the whole story of Exodus, but just parts of the story there. Where imagine if you're like a preacher or maybe you're doing Bible studies or Sunday school. This would be a great way to let the kids interact with these Bible stories and learn by doing, right? Actually being in the space like it actually happened. I mean, think of the impact that would have on people. You would definitely remember that. Kids would have, the kids would love it. That's all I'm going to say. Because one, you're in their world, which is the game world. Two, you're giving them education or you're giving them tools to learn inside these spaces. But of course, it comes down to what does the space do? What is it for? Is it fit to purpose? That kind of stuff. So, but anyways, I don't want to ramble on here. So let's go ahead and finish the story here. So now we're at Pharaoh. Of course, there's more that has to happen here. Um, but this is just talking about the 10 plagues.
I am the Lord, the God of Israel. I raised up Pharaoh so that through him my power would be made known, yet he hardened his heart against me. Therefore I stretched out my hand in judgment, that Egypt might know I am the Lord. First I struck the Nile. The river they worshipped turned to blood, and the fish died, so that Egypt stank. Then I sent forth frogs in abundance. They filled the houses, the beds, and the kneading bowls, until the land was overwhelmed. When Pharaoh still hardened his heart, I turned the dust of the earth into gnats, and they covered man and beast. After this, I loosed swarms of flies. But I made a distinction. There were no flies in the land of Goshen, where my people dwelled. Still Pharaoh would not listen, so I sent a plague upon his livestock. and the cattle, horses, camels, and flocks of Egypt perished. Then I stretched out my hand, and boils broke out upon man and beast, painful sores that none could heal. After this, I rained down hail mingled with fire from heaven. It struck every crop and tree, and every man
All
or
right,
beast
so
left in the field
not
was
to cut you
destroyed.
off on that.
But Pharaoh
I'm gonna
still
go ahead
resisted
and-
me.
So
I called
Pharaoh
forth
finally let
locusts from the east wind.
the
They devoured everything green.
Israelites
leaving
go,
Egypt bare.
and they went across
Then I
the
brought forth the darkness so
the
thick
desert,
it could be felt.
and the thing what was blocking them was the Red Sea, right? And that's what we're going to go over here and show you. So the cool thing about this is you can actually videotape yourself being in here, you know, learning the stories and everything, but being part of the story, right?
I am the Lord who delivers my people with a mighty hand. When I brought Israel out of Egypt, I led them by the way of the wilderness to the Red Sea. Pharaoh, hardened in his heart, pursued them with chariots and soldiers, seeking to destroy what I had redeemed. When my people saw the army behind them and the sea before them, fear seized them. They cried out to Moses, saying, "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you have taken us away to die in the wilderness? What have you done to us, bringing us out of Egypt? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die here in the desert."
But we know how that
But I
turned out.
strengthened my servant. Moses spoke to them, saying, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. The Egyptians you see today, you shall see no more forever. The Lord will fight for you, and you need only be still." Then I commanded him, "Lift up your staff.
Lift the
Stretch
staff up.
out your hand over the sea,
So in VR
and
you can
divide
do
it,
that.
that my people may go through on dry ground." I drove back the waters with a strong east wind. The sea stood as walls on their right and on their left, and Israel walked safely through. Pharaoh's army followed, but when they entered, I released the waters.
So we all know what happened to Pharaoh's army when the Israelites crossed the Red Sea and got to the other side. The whole Red Sea basically consumed them, right? The top and yeah, so just imagine this being, you know, how, you know, maybe Sunday schools, you know, tell the stories, right? So yeah, we're pretty excited about this. So let me go ahead and bring you guys over to another space here. Let's see here. So these are all the spaces that we've built. Let me bring you over to the podcast experience, so you can open up. So say you got done telling the whole story to everybody, right? And you say, "Hey, everybody, let's go over here now." You can have everybody join through a portal system right here. And then bring everybody over to a new experience, right? Okay, let me go ahead and hit. Let's see what's going on here. I think I gotta drop that. Okay, there we go. Hit E to interact, and then just click go, and it brings you right over to another experience. So, if you're trying to figure out what Web3 is, you're experiencing Web3 right now in real time. All right, so if you're looking at doing a podcast, right? So what we've done is we set this up to where you can create a podcast, you know, be part of a podcast, interview guests on a podcast. So this is just a generic logo there. Let's talk about it. Metaverse podcasting. But this is going to be the next big thing. that's going to hit the internet, or I would say Web3. Now let me just show you this. I'm just going to left click on my mouse here, and it gives you different camera angles, right? So it doesn't keep giving you the same angle every time, and this will help in production when you're creating podcasts when you have guests on your show, right? So there's where the other guests would sit, and then I'm just going to hit left click, and then it gives you the ability to show off a slideshow presentation. And see the E right there? If I hit the E, it'll let me go into the slideshow selector, right? So if we're talking specifically about something, I can switch the slide, you know, just like this, right from my desktop. And if I want to get out of this, I just hit E again, and then I can just left click on the scene here, and it's up on the left hand side there, right? So the guests can be talking, and over here, of course, it goes in a sequence. So you just got to know where you want to sequence everything, right? But the way this is set for the podcast, it's perfect for the camera settings. We can get real close-ups on the face as the people are talking even, so that way you get more close-up and personal with the avatar. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So to get out of that, to get out of the whole camera sequencing, you're just going to hit Q, and that brings you out, and now you're in first person, which to get out of the chair, you just hit one of the buttons, and then you're out of the chair, right? Just like that. So yeah, this is definitely a game changer when it comes to podcasting, especially in the metaverse, right? So let me go ahead, and I'll take you to one more destination here. Let me take you to... Let's see here. I could take you to the EDM. Let's see here. You got Campfire, you got NFT Wine Club. Oh, there's so much in here that we built. Oh, Mount Rushmore, Art Gallery. Here, let me throw up this. Go to the Artful Joy Painting. All this is still a work in progress, but it's pretty cool what you can do. It's not just watching a video anymore. It's actually being part of the video, right? It's being part of the interaction. It's being part of the, you know, being part of the environment itself, right? Here you can change the day of time even in here. So there's a sunset. There's evening. And in this art gallery, the way we designed it is you can walk up the stairs, and then, you could be at home drinking wine, just coming in here and looking at art. Be in a VR headset, be on your phone, or be on a desktop, Mac, or PC. I mean, you can't beat that, folks. But anyways, yeah, so if you're finding value in this, and this is something that you're interested in, and you want to get more information on it, by all means, direct message us, and we're happy to connect with you. But other than that, let me go ahead and throw up a little emoji here so I can give you thumbs up. Woo. Can give you loving it. Woo. Give you a kiss. Smile at you or laugh. Say, oh, it's okay. That was funny. Give you a wave. And then give you a little dance move. Oh, oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, oh. Just like that. You could do a thumbs down too, but we're not going to thumbs down anything in here. But with that being said, you folks have a great day. Cheers, everyone. Bye now.